Renegade Immortal Episode 187. In the previous episode, Wang Lin aided Sun Yunshan in escaping the deadly restriction placed on him and decided to confront the mysterious ancestor of the Cultivation Union. A figure who had challenged him twice before. As the Fire Demon country drowned in war and bloodshed, Wang Lin stepped into the forbidden miasma territory, effortlessly sweeping aside its soul-devouring fog with a single command. His power stunned the gathered cultivators, especially the disciple in blue who suddenly realized that Wang Lin had already formed his own path and risen to the realm of true masters. When a so-called celestial guardian charged at him, Wang Lin shattered the illusion of power with a single strike, proving the vast difference between forced strength and true enlightenment. At the end of the previous episode, a dignified voice echoed from within the White Castle, demanding to know who dared intrude, yet Wang Lin continued walking forward without pause. What will happen next? Stay tuned. And the story continues. You provoked me twice, and now that I came here today, you ask me who I am. Wang Lin's voice was calm, almost eerily so. It was impossible to tell whether he was angry, amused, or simply detached. His eyes, sharp and focused, scanned the scene before him as he walked steadily toward the imposing white castle that loomed in the distance. The walls were pure white, shining faintly under the sunlight, and its towers stretched skyward like claws reaching for the heavens. Despite its beauty, the castle radiated an oppressive energy that made even seasoned cultivators feel a subtle pressure in their bones. Inside the castle, a short old man sat on a jade throne, his face etched with lines of arrogance and calculation. He looked at Wang Lin, sensing the deep aura that surrounded him, and frowned. This was no ordinary young cultivator. Wang Lin had reached the early stage of Ascendant, and his cultivation carried an unmistakable sense of Tao. A mastery over life and death that was rare in any realm. The old man's expression shifted from curiosity to unease. Among the three women standing nearby, Sun Yunshan's younger sister, Sun Ruonan, spoke softly, almost as if afraid to disturb the tension in the air. He should be Wang Lin. Her voice trembled slightly, betraying both awe and fear. The old man's eyes widened in shock. Wang Lin, he exclaimed. His usually composed face turned stormy. He had never imagined that the small, seemingly insignificant cultivator he once intended to capture and turn into a celestial guardian would grow into such a powerful figure. Back then, if he had known Wang Lin would reach this level, he would never have dared provoke him. Now, regret and fear mingled in his heart. After a moment of silence, the old man's voice softened slightly, though still tinged with pride and caution. Fellow cultivator Wang, it was my recklessness that caused offense twice before. You have already slain 2 of my celestial guardians. Let that be even. Today, I will not make things difficult for you. You may leave, and after this day, our paths shall not cross again. The 3 women froze, their eyes widening in disbelief. They had witnessed the old ancestor's actions countless times. He was a narrow-minded, arrogant man, one who rarely relented, yet now, facing an opponent, he not only refrained from attacking but openly allowed Wang Lin to leave unharmed. It was a rare moment of restraint, and it astonished them all. Sun Ruonan, however, remained doubtful, though she had limited knowledge of Wang Lin's abilities. She could not imagine him surpassing the old ancestor. This was a celestial cultivator, a man capable of trapping 4 peak late-stage soul transformation cultivators with a single spell. Backed by 8 more celestial guardians. Surely, she thought, Wang Lin could not defeat all of them. Wang Lin, undeterred, shook his head as he continued toward the castle. 2 celestial guardians are merely 2 broken jades. How can that cancel out your crime of offending me? His voice was calm but carried a subtle edge of steel, a warning that his patience had limits. The old man's expression darkened immediately. Golden light flared in his eyes as he growled. How arrogant! You are merely an early-stage Ascendant cultivator. Do you truly believe I cannot kill you? Summon the Celestial Emperor, and let my remaining 8 celestial guardians deal with this man. At his command, 8 figures suddenly shot out from the castle like streaks of lightning. Among them were men and women, each radiating the overwhelming aura of an Ascendant. They landed in precise formation, sitting in the lotus position with hands weaving complex seals. A sense of celestial law emanated from them, the ground beneath them trembling slightly as they absorbed the spiritual energy from the surroundings. Above them, the gathered energy coalesced into a massive phantom. Celestial spiritual energy twisted and fused, forming a humanoid shape that solidified into a middle-aged man wearing a flowing green robe. His long hair floated as if caught in a windless breeze, and in his hand, he held a green longsword that gleamed with the brilliance of the heavens. The aura he radiated was immense, like the power of a storm contained in human form. Nearby cultivators instinctively knelt, bowing with reverence. Lower realm cultivators greet the celestial emperor, they intoned, their voices trembling with a mixture of fear and awe. From inside the castle, the old man's laughter echoed, arrogant and full of menace. Wang Lin, I will not lie to you. I am from the celestial realm. After its destruction, I arrived here by luck. My spells are true celestial spells. They are not something you can resist. Leave now, or if you persist, you will die. Wang Lin's eyes glinted with a strange light as he studied the phantom. Raising his right hand, the sky above darkened as the underworld river descended, spiraling around him like a golden dragon. Its waters churned violently as it surged toward the green-robed phantom, carrying the force of countless souls within its depths. The 8 celestial guardians unleashed their accumulated energy, channeling it into the phantom. A sudden aura of unimaginable majesty spread out, and the phantom's eyes seemed to gain intelligence, tracking Wang Lin's every movement, pointing the green longsword directly at him. The phantom radiated a pressure so intense that Wang Lin felt his very soul might collapse if he did not retreat. Yet Wang Lin had cultivated against the heavens. His Tao heart was firm. He refused to yield, and with a measured step forward, he advanced, half a step into the phantom's presence. He watched as the 8 celestial guardians suddenly coughed blood, their eyes dimming. The blood contained all the celestial and life energy they possessed and was absorbed by the phantom, which now glowed with even greater intelligence. Wang Lin's foot landed firmly, and in that instant, the 8 celestial guardians trembled violently before collapsing completely. The underworld river surged past, shattering the phantom into countless fragments. The terrifying energy dissipated, leaving silence in its wake. Such a powerful illusionary attack, Wang Lin muttered, his eyes narrowing. He moved forward once more, merging with the underworld river, which coiled like a golden serpent around the 8 now motionless guardians. Trapped within, they could never escape. 8 broken jades flew from their bodies, and Wang Lin caught them, securing them in his bag of holding. An enraged roar erupted from the castle. A strand of pure celestial spiritual energy shot toward Wang Lin like a spear. The underworld river rose, forming a pillar of power capable of supporting the heavens. The energy entered the river, dissipating harmlessly. Wang Lin murmured, "Activate." The river scattered into a whirlwind, sweeping across the land. The white castle crumbled, its walls collapsing under the sheer force of the vortex. The old man and his 3 female companions emerged from the ruins. Floating in midair, the old man's face twisted in anger and unease. I have tolerated much because I did not wish to be your enemy, Wang Lin, but your ingratitude has gone too far. I leave you a path of survival. Leave now, or face certain death. Wang Lin said nothing. He raised his finger, summoning the finger of death. The old man formed a seal and expelled a thick fog of celestial energy. The attack collided with Wang Lin's finger of death, sizzling and crackling as the 2 forces cancelled each other. You leave me no choice, the old man growled, producing a fist-sized blue jade from his bag of holding. Forming a seal, he shouted, "Celestial Seed." The jade trembled violently and burst into countless blue threads, writhing like a swarm of serpents across the battlefield. Cultivators nearby recoiled in fear. Wang Lin's eyes lit up with recognition. "Celestial beast feed," he whispered. He knew this technique from the celestial realm, recalling the encounter with a disciple of the Dalu sword sect. The old man, desperate, unleashed the threads, shouting, "Devour him." Hundreds and thousands of blue strands surged forward, fast as lightning, their threat undeniable. Wang Lin calmly summoned a soul flag from his bag of holding. Shaking it, The spirit of a qilin from the soul refining sect appeared. Though only as soul, its presence was immense. The qilin let out a thunderous roar. Its massive head locked onto the oncoming celestial beast feed, eyes gleaming with ferocity. Suddenly, golden light erupted from its gaze, burning bright and intense. It was the look of a demon that had been starving for tens of thousands of years, finally beholding its feast. In this episode, we saw Wang Lin confront a powerful old ancestor and his celestial guardians, demonstrating his incredible strength and mastery over the underworld river. Despite facing multiple Ascendant cultivators and even the terrifying illusion of the Celestial Emperor, Wang Lin remained calm, clever, and decisive. He overcame the 8 Celestial Guardians, collected the broken jades, and faced the incoming Celestial Beast feed with the help of his qilin, showcasing his resourcefulness and determination. What happens next? Stay tuned for the next episode of Renegade Immortal. If you enjoyed this episode or found it exciting, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel to get the latest updates on Wang Lin's journey. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.